In today's video, I'll be breaking down why life insurance is not just a responsible move, but also a potentially financially savvy one, and why you might want to consider it whilst you are young, as fit as possible, and as healthy as possible. So stay tuned to find out why. I'm Nicola McKenzie, founder and insurance advisor here at Dunham McCarthy. And before we get into the detail of today's video, make sure that you subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell if you've been enjoying the content. And also, if you are thinking about arranging life insurance, then make sure that you head over to our website, dm.mortgage, and there you can book in for a free of charge protection insurance review, because we've got a specialist team here at DM, and our job is to give you free advice, compare options from high street and specialist insurers to make sure that you've got the financial resilience that you need no matter what comes your way. Now let's get into the video. Now, recent research from insurer One Family, who specialise in insuring over 50s, they've revealed some eye-opening statistics. Now, 3 out of 4 people over 50 in the UK, so that's 72%, don't have life insurance. So that's around 20 million people without crucial coverage. Now, more importantly, nearly half of those that do have life insurance over 50 purchased it specifically for funeral cover. However, only actually 19% of those people do think that the cover amount that they have is going to fully or even partially cover the cost of their funeral. Now, over 8 million people in this age group haven't even set aside any money at all for funeral costs. 13% don't know how the funeral is going to be paid for, and 14% are relying on the sale of assets. 3% are leaving it to loved ones to foot the bill. Now, the study goes on to say that 1 in 5 individuals avoid thinking about getting older and funeral arrangements. And the sad reality is, guys, that this choice often leads to passing on the financial burden to your loved ones when the time comes. So in my personal and professional opinion, for what it's worth, it's crucial to consider life insurance when you are younger, because besides having peace of mind, it eases the financial burden on your family during a difficult time. But it's also about planning for the future. So what I want to do is break down some of the key points to give you some reasons why it could be beneficial to consider life insurance whilst you are young and ideally in good health before your health deteriorates. So the first point is that cost increases with age. So the hard truth is that life insurance gets more expensive as you get older. So waiting until you're in your 50s or 60s might mean that you're shelling out way more each month. So if you start early, it allows you to lock in lower premiums, saving you money in the long run. So an example, £300,000 worth of level cover to run for 40 years for a 25-year-old would cost around £11 a month. At age 50, that same cover would cost approximately £102 per month. So it makes a massive difference. Now, the next consideration is health. As we age, usually our health deteriorates, and this can impact not only the cost of the cover, but also our ability to get it in the first place. So getting cover whilst you're younger, whilst you're healthier, not only increases the likelihood of approval, but it also keeps those monthly payments lower. So it's a win-win in many cases. Now, the third point of consideration is that when you do take life insurance out, it does mean in many cases it's very flexible. So, insurers understand that life is full of changes. Buying a new home, changing jobs, starting a family, your life insurance often needs to adapt. So starting early allows you to build a foundation, and then as life evolves, you can easily, in many cases, amend the coverage. So often insurers will make sure that the policy is customizable, giving you a safety net, but it's designed to grow with you. Most insurers even allow you to amend cover within certain limits, often without medical underwriting. So again, going back to my earlier point in terms of health deteriorating, once it's in place, if you've got that flexibility option built in, even if your health does deteriorate, it means that you could still increase the cover up to a certain amount without having to worry about it. But I highlight this point, guys, because we meet people that sometimes are, let's say, in rented accommodation, and they say, oh, I'll just wait till I get the mortgage, even though they've got a family, young children. And I think to myself, well, why does being a homeowner make any difference? If you've got a family, life insurance is still important. And I think that a lot of the time, the reason that they have that initial reaction is because they don't understand how flexible these policies can be. And often when we explain the flexibility options, they then understand that it makes sense to put it in place sooner rather than later and let it change as your life changes. The next point for consideration is peace of mind, protection for your loved ones. Life insurance isn't about you. It's a safety net for your family. So if the unexpected happens, having that cover, make sure that the family are financially supported. They can pay off their debts. They can cover funeral costs. They can support their future needs. And I just think, if you've got a family, knowing that you've taken those steps to secure their well-being gives you that sense of security. It means that if you do pass away, you've got that peace of mind. And let's face it, just because you're young, it doesn't mean that you're immune from death. Sadly, anyone at any age can pass away. So considering taking it out as soon as possible can be beneficial for all of these reasons. Now, I appreciate life insurance may not be the most glamorous topic, but it's so important, guys. It's something I'm very passionate about, as you can probably tell. But, if you're making sure that your family are taken care of, you really do need to consider coverage. And if you found this information helpful, please like it, share it, and subscribe to the channel. And make sure that you head over to our website if you are considering arranging life insurance, because there you can book in for a free of charge appointment with our insurance team. And to arrange cover, we also can help you with completely free of charge. So no excuses to push it back. Now is the time to start considering your options.